please cast us, please direct, please produce a film and we'll do it together.
When Victor sir came to you with this film, did you
Yeah.
think it was Dhoom 4?
The last film I saw was, I think, Pathaan in the theaters. But that didn't make me cry. It made me hoot and clap and whistle. ये कौन सा 9 to 5 जॉब है कि आपको पता है मंथली एक चेक मिल जाएगा और सैटरडे संडे की छुट्टी मिल जाएगी और इसके बाद ये है और उसके बाद वो है. You know, there's no structure to it. बचपन में मैं देखता था डैड की एक आदत थी कि नहाने के बाद he would do अगरबत्ती in the house and whatever, like, you know, and put it in the मंदिर. That's passed on to me also. कि यार वो नहाने के बाद एक वो अगरबत्ती घर में घूमती है, वो मंदिर में चढ़ती है, मत्था टेकते हो और then you start the day.
Vicky, welcome to Pinkvilla.
Thank you, Avinash.
I want to start this interview with a small anecdote. The first ever film that I saw in cinema was in Liberty Theatre in town. It was a family entertainer. We all call it Hum Aapke Hain Kaun. I remember when the show started, the lights went dim, the film progressed, and I fell in love with cinema. That feeling, that love still remains. Please tell me the first family entertainer you saw and your reaction to it.
I think the first family entertainer that we saw as a family in a cinema hall was DDLJ.
Oh.
Yeah, DDLJ was the first film, and then I remember watching Border together. Well, I will call DDLJ a more family film, although Border was also a family film in a way. But yeah, DDLJ was the first family film. And I guess it's in the DNA of a Hindi cinema to be a family film, to bring families together, to have them, plan a day of outing, to चलो यार पिक्चर देख के आते हैं, फिर साथ में कुछ और चीजें भी कर लेंगे, but that'll be our outing. But going to the cinemas, watching a film together as a family is a very integral part of that outing. So I'm very happy that I'm, getting to be a part of a family film. And who better than Yash Raj? They are they've been the pioneers of family films in Indian cinema history. And I'm very, very glad that I got to be a part of this story, The Great Indian Family, directed by Victor sir. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Earlier it's funny how the casting also used to happen saying, tu baap banega, tu maa banegi, tu bhai hai, tu bhabhi hai, tu beta hai.
Yeah.
The casting used to happen that way. So like you said, the family thing is so ingrained in us that it really stays everywhere. But between those films that you have idolized and The Great Indian Family, what was the commonality that really attracted you to the script?
I think for us, see, the thing is, when it comes to family films, I feel the conflicts are so relatable. कि हर फैमिली में क्या, जैसे हम कहते हैं ना, प्यार से कलेश होते हैं, और वो जब हमारी फैमिली में होते हैं, हमें लगता है वो सारी मंडेन चीजें हैं, इसमें क्या एंटरटेनमेंट है, इसमें क्या, what is so special about it? It happens in every home. But when you see it from the outside happening to another family, and sometimes we find it endearing, you find it charming, you find it funny sometimes, but that's a very serious situation in that house.
Yeah.
So I guess those elements, when they come out in cinema in a form of a cinematic story, and if you're watching it with your family, there is always this little smirk that always goes on कि यार ये तो हमारे घर भी होता है, अच्छा यार, this guy is representing you and this guy is representing you, and most of the times it happens, when we are watching. Sometimes it happens like when my family comes together and we watch like a Rajkumar Irani film together, right? On TV चल रही है और हम देख रहे हैं, and we'll be laughing together, crying together, because somewhere we relate the characters in our house, or we've seen in our neighbor's house, or whatever it is in our mohalla, कि यार ये ऐसे वाले हैं, ये वो वाली हैं, ये वो वाली मेरी चाची ऐसी हैं. So that I find that interactive this thing between cinema and the audience is really, really personal.
Yeah. Whenever I've spoken to Shyam sir, my conversation has always ended with God bless beta.
Yeah.
I know he's that warm, I know he's that spiritual, but when you were growing up, what was this environment at home like? What was the typical Indian family things you all have done at home?
I think it has passed on to me as well from dad, that being a God-fearing person, which gives him a lot of confidence otherwise, because he's like, ऊपर वाले से डर लगता है बस, and वो रहा ही है, that spirituality and everything has been very, very integral part of our childhood, and still it's there. जैसे very simple basic आदतें, जैसे बचपन में मैं देखता था डैड की एक आदत थी कि नहाने के बाद he would do अगरबत्ती in the house and whatever, and put it in the मंदिर. That's passed on to me also, कि यार वो नहाने के बाद एक वो अगरबत्ती घर में घूमती है, वो मंदिर में चढ़ती है, मत्था टेकते हो, and then you start the day.
You do it even today?
Even today.
How
even
amazing.
Today. And like if I'm showering 3 times a day, then it happens 3 times a day.
Oh.
I'm showering once a day, it happens once a day. Whatever. But वो नहाने के बाद की वो एक ritual है that has passed on to me also. And वो चाहे वो दिवाली की आरती हो, गणपति की आरती हो, या जो भी हो, जिस तरीके से भी, जैसे अब नया घर लो तो गृह प्रवेश की एक आरती होती है, जो भी चीज़ें एक नॉर्मल इंडियन हाउस होल्ड की होती ही है, कि हम भगवान को, हम ऊपर वाले को याद करते ही हैं, फ्रॉम द स्मॉलेस्ट टू द बिगेस्ट थिंग्स वी ऑलवेज डू. चाहे नई गाड़ी आती है तो गाड़ी पे एक स्वस्तिक का टिक्का लगता ही है,
करेक्ट,
और दैट हैबिट इज देयर, दैट कि हर शनिवार वो हनुमान जी के मंदिर जाते ही हैं, फिर वो प्रसाद आता भी है, और वो ही मेक्स इट अ पॉइंट कि वो प्रसाद सबने खाया घर पे कि नहीं खाया, वो टिक्का सबने लगाया कि नहीं लगाया.
हाँ.
तो वो हर शनिवार का वो एक होता है कि मतलब अगर रात, तो मुझे याद है कि लाइक मी एंड सनी एज किड्स, अगर वो प्रसाद खाना भूल गए तो रात को वी यूज्ड टू गेट अ 2-minute लेक्चर, बट कि यार ऐसे कैसे भूल गए.
करेक्ट.
सो दोज बेसिक थिंग्स आई थिंक दैट्स बीन देयर सिंस चाइल्डहुड, एंड वो अभी तक चेंज नहीं हुई है. सो दैट्स ऑलवेज बीन देयर.
दिस इज सो रिलेटेबल, इट हैपेंस इन माय हाउस आल्सो.
हर घर में होता ही है, अलग-अलग तरीके से, पर ये हर घर में ये होता ही है किसी डिग्री में.
करेक्ट. When Victor sir came to you with this film, did you think it was Dhoom 4?
No, actually, when I got a call from Yashraj saying that we want to narrate a film to you, which is going to be directed by Vijay Krishna Acharya, I was like, Yashraj, Vijay Krishna Acharya, it's a big action film.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm coming to the office and I'll hear the film out. And he straight away went into the film, and I'm like, interval हो गया, एक थप्पड़ भी नहीं आया अभी तक, there's not even a slap. But yeah, I mean, you realized this is not that film, and it's a very hardcore family entertainer. There's fun happening, comedy bhi hai, gaane bhi aa rahe hain. Bhajan Kumar is this character, which I was really fascinated by from the word go. And then obviously when the conflicts come and everything, it turns emotional as well. And by the time the film ended, the narration ended, I was really like affected by the film, affected by the characters, and I felt like it's a fun yet important film. And I would love to just be a part of it. As an actor, there's always a dream to have at least one Yash Raj film in your filmography. So that box was getting ticked. But after knowing Victor sir also, that he's grown up in Kanpur, he's done theatre in Delhi, he's been a writer throughout and then director. So I felt like it's also a very personal film to him. It's a film which is, it's coming from pages of his own life in terms of what he's seen, not really based on his life, but pages of what he's seen around and the mohalla he's brought up in and the life he's seen. So I thought it's got a lot of honesty. I felt, and I thought it'll be lovely to be a part of it.
Yeah, but we love seeing you in action also. Dhoom 4 possibility with Victor sir.
आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर है. ऐसा हो जाए तो मजा आ जाएगा.
I can't wait to see that happen also. When was the last time you saw something and cried?
And cried? Oh, let me just think. Can't think of it, yeah, because the last film I saw in the theaters, like apart from like the screening of Zara Hatke Zara Bachke, and I've missed many of the films that have released in the last 2 months. I'm dying to watch Jawan. But the last film I saw was, I think, Pathaan in the theaters. But that didn't make me cry. It made me hoot and clap and whistle and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I really can't remember the last film I cried. Like, the name that is popping, but it was like a long time back, was A Star Is Born, when I had seen that film.
Oh, amazing film.
I was really affected by that film. But I guess that.
Sure. You mentioned Jawan and you mentioned Pathaan. I'm so happy this year we are making money at the box office.
It's incredible.
The last 2-3 years were very, very difficult for us. We were all in that phase कि क्या चल रहा है, नहीं चल रहा है, क्या चलेगा, नहीं चलेगा. This year we are minting money again, and a lot of films besides these films are also working,
Avinash,
including yours.
I feel it's not just minting money that gives us happiness. You know what gives us happiness, and what made us sad before was the indifference which was making us sad. कि लोगों को शायद फर्क नहीं पड़ा. They're not excited to know what film is coming or what not is coming or whatever. They're not really, excited about it. Now what's come back is, okay, if they've seen a film, they want to know what's up next Friday.
Yeah.
Which movie is coming? अच्छा देखनी है या नहीं देखनी? अच्छी लगे बुरी लगे, that's a different story. But they're excited to know what's coming next.
Correct.
Should we watch it? Should we make a plan to watch it? That excitement, that gives a lot of encouragement. And of course, it's a great Sone Pe Suhaga that films are working across genres. In the past 2 months, the kind of films have come out. They've been mid-budget films, large-scale film, action films, family films. everything, you know, and they've all worked in terms of the business.
Yeah.
So this is a very, very encouraging space, and I really
Yeah.
would like to take this opportunity to thank the audience,
Yeah.
you know, because it is for them, and like, you know, it is literally we survive because of them.
Yeah.
So it's great, and thank you to everybody.
Yeah. When you mention indifference, and it's actually a very right word, it has not come to my mind whenever I've thought about this. Indifference is the word for some reason. Why do you think that was happening? And did that impact you in that time? Did it make you jittery as a professional artist?
See, according to my limited knowledge, I feel there are multiple reasons. Firstly, the 2 years of COVID were really like bad for all of us. And once you're out of it, there are many other priorities in your food chain, where enjoying you know, a movie watching experience, going to the cinema hall and spending that kind of money with your family is way down in your, you know, priority list.
Yeah.
You have to, like, you know, get your jobs back and get your whatever, many things sorted before you can think of, I want to take my family out for a weekend to watch a movie. So I guess it was that, and also there were not good films getting made. You know, it was not that films भी बन रही थी कि यार लोगों को लगे कि यार ये तो बहुत ही कमाल की फिल्म थी, but नहीं चली. ऐसा हुआ भी नहीं.
Correct.
So I guess there were these two things hand in hand, which was just not resulting in the, you know, the required output. But like we mentioned earlier, right now what the phase is, it's great for the industry, it's great for the audience, it's great for everybody as an ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
How did Katrina react to the trailer?
She liked it.
Yeah.
She liked it. She found me cute. She prefers me with a beard though, but yeah, but she found me cute. She found the trailer very endearing, and she's looking forward to watch the film.
Yeah. You know, when I got married, me and my wife come from same kind of background, but still it takes a while for the person to get into the family and adjust with the family and understand the family. When you got married, it's again a very typical Indian setup. Did she like find it difficult to get adjusted in the family, and did you handhold her?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was like difficult or like, you know, challenging. It was quite seamless, and she's been like, you know, she's been meeting my family before even we got married. So there was no like a shift, like a really radical shift, but it happened quite seamlessly in that sense.
Please do a film together, no?
Please cast us, please direct, please produce a film, and we'll do it together.
No, I'm really asking. Haven't you been offered a film?
No, of course,
together?
but see, the thing is, us being together and us being a couple shouldn't be the reason that we are cast in the film together. You know, we should organically be perfect for those roles written in the film. It should be organic, and that's how it benefits the film also. And it shouldn't just be done because there's a curiosity around it. So hopefully soon. We are also excited for that to happen. But let's see.
Sure. You know, I have always rooted for you right from the beginning. I've seen right from your first film. I've seen the time also, Vicky. Then I remember at a party I'd seen you. This was soon after Masa, and you were meeting one director to the other, and you were pitching yourself. I've seen that journey of yours from that to today. When scripts come to you, directors line up to you, and they say, "Oh, really? I want to work with you because I feel you're a good actor." How has this journey been? Does it sometimes feel surreal?
Of course it does. Of course it does. Because. You know, I mean, if in the beginning, during those days, if anybody would have given me a blank sheet of paper and told me, okay, write how you would want your next 8 years to look like and the kind of directors or films you would want to be a part of, I don't think I had the courage to write down what eventually happened. So I guess like I have blind faith in God. I feel like He's my best manager and He's doing the best for me. This is way beyond anything that I dared to dream about. Of course, you're dreaming about the best things for yourself, but it's just been such a great, fun learning curve for me to work with the best in the industry, actors, directors, producers, and there are so many people like, you know, who are far more talented than you and who are far more hardworking than you. But somehow, if God is choosing you for these things, you just feel like you know, यार सर झुका के मेहनत करते रहो कुछ ना कुछ. It's not me doing it, but it's something happening. It's your parents' blessings, it's your friends and, you know, well-wishers' wishes, and it's God who's making it happen, and you just keep focusing on your work with as much honesty as you can and just keep moving forward.
Yeah. पर उस टाइम पे अनसर्टेनिटीज भी होती है, एंजाइटी भी होती है,
बहुत ज़्यादा.
अभी भी होती है.
Of course होती है.
सच्ची?
हाँ, ये कौन सा 9 to 5 जॉब है कि आपको पता है मंथली एक चेक मिल जाएगा और सैटरडे संडे की छुट्टी मिल जाएगी और इसके बाद ये है और उसके बाद वो है. You know, there's no structure to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's that कि आप एक काम कर रहे होते हो और आप सोच रहे होते हो अगला क्या है, और फिर आप वो कर रहे हो तो फिर आप सोचते हो अगला क्या है.
जी.
And also when you're working in this thing, you are also, because it's the highs and lows are a part of it. Koi film chal gayi, koi film nahi chali. You're also wanting to kind of build a legacy. You kind of build a journey. You know, it's not just ki yaar ek film kar li, phir ek film kar li. What do you want to build? What kind of an actor you want to be remembered for? What kind of a person you want to be remembered for? So all of that come into account, and but it happens one film at a time.
Yeah. I was so rooting for you to win National Award this year for Udham Singh.
Thank you.
Did you feel bad at that point in time?
No.
Honestly.
Very honestly, like I swear on anybody, very honestly, and I'll tell you why. Because firstly, it's very sweet, you know, that for you to say that. But secondly, being a Punjabi, you know, genuinely, it's a big deal for me to even get that film and do that role. Because we have heard these stories, you know, of Sardar Udham Singh Ji since childhood. And I used to always wonder why people don't know about this, and why is it only popular and we are only told like in Punjab, you know, the world should know about it. For them to eventually get that role, to get the opportunity to live that part, to be directed by a director you've been really craving to work with. It was all just like a big, already like a blessing to me कि यार ये मुझे मौका मिल रहा है.
Yeah.
Then when you get to do that, people resonate with the film, they appreciate your work. It's already like gone like, you know, everything मेरा वो एक होता है ना घड़ा भर गया था कि ये बहुत मिल गया मुझे इस फिल्म के लिए. And I'm just very very happy that it turned out however it turned out. I'm very happy the film got 5 national awards and everything, but it's all, see, the thing is the rest of it always is a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, your validation or your stimulation is not based on that.
Yeah.
It always feels great, but it's never something that pulls you down.
Yeah. So much we are also looking forward to now with Chaava happening and with Sam Bahadur show happening. From that look to this one now. And I know you put in a lot of efforts for this prep. What is going on now? How much of efforts are you putting? What is happening there?
We're soon to start the film with Lakshman sir in about a month's time, and yeah, there's a lot of prep going on. Unfortunately, you won't be able to dive into details of that, but
Yeah.
I mean, we are at the mercy of the characters we play, you know, in terms of look, in terms of prep, in terms of what's happening in our life. Everything is dependent on what's going on and what's the headspace you want to get into now. So yeah, so right now it is releasing The Great Indian Family on 22nd September, hopefully getting a positive response from the people, and then diving into the next film.
But are you excited for Sam Bahadur show in theaters?
Of course. I feel like that's one. It's such an honor to be playing that part, and you know, I've always heard from dad and mom, because they've lived the 71 war in Punjab, so they used to keep telling me about Sam Bahadur show. But having read his story, met his family, everything put together, it just like, you know, he was somebody else. You know, he was really like a true real life hero, and to be getting to एक होता है कि, you know, to get the opportunity to wear the army uniform again, but to get to wear his army uniform is a different kind of a honor and a responsibility. So I'm really looking forward to kind of like, you know, open up about that film and, you know, that part, but soon.
Yeah. Last question. Congratulations for Zara Hatke Zara Bachke. It did so well at the box office. Any plans to do a sequel to it? Any plans to bring it back to the cinemas?
I mean, we haven't had any such discussion yet, but let's see what time has in store.
Let's hope that happens soon. But you know, I can't wait to see The Great Indian Family and everything else you're doing in the future. Like I said, I have always rooted for you. I'll continue doing so.
Thank you so much. Avinash. So sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi guys, this is Vicky Kaushal. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to Pinkvilla.